Michael wanted the unconditional acceptance of his father, and he always communicated to me that amidst the abuse that he alleges, and it may not be true, but amidst that abuse, he wanted his father to reach out to him. He desperately sought a reconciliation. And he thought the day would come when he and his father would meet on common ground. And I really believe that more than any other factor, what led to the death of Michael Jackson, medicating away this pain that was almost indescribable, was that he could not have the validation of his father. He actually said to me, Meredith, that everything he did in his concerts and in his albums was in order to obtain his father's approval. And this is such an important message for us American parents. I mean, this is the age of reality TV where kids go on television and they're prepared to lose their dignity to attain celebrity because they feel neglected in their childhood.
Well, he was trying to attain celebrity in part, he said to you in these tapes. He was looking for attention as a replacement really for love. That he saw them as one and the same. He also talks to you, we alluded to it earlier, you did, about surrounding himself with mannequins because somehow they filled a void in his life. Let's listen to that first, Rabbi.
I knew something was wrong with me, and it was at that time. That I needed someone. That's probably why I had the mannequins, I would say, because I felt I needed people, someone, and I was too shy to be around real people. So I didn't talk to them. It wasn't like old ladies talking to plants. I always thought about, why do I have these? I love them. It's like real babies and kids and people. But it makes me feel like I'm in a room with people.
See, you actually saw that as well, right? You saw some.
Well, we recorded a lot of these conversations in Neverland. These were conversations recorded for the express purpose of publication, so Michael could be known to the public. And I saw the mannequins. Look, so much of what we dismissed as Michael, the weirdness, the bizarre antics. Because some people would
think of that as very weird.
True, but listen to what he's saying. You get chills down your spine listening to this. His celebrity had created a degree of isolation where he could not simply feel comfortable around other people. He felt that everybody wanted something from him. He felt that he was trapped in this cocoon of fame, and that there was some exploitative relationship with virtually everyone he met. And he wanted people just to understand, I may not be perfect, but before you judge me, know what I've been through. And he also wanted American families to heal based on his example. I think that what he shared in these conversations, Meredith, was immensely courageous. For a superstar to bare his soul with this degree of rawness, this searing honesty, so that families would learn, because he did all this because he wanted to consecrate his fame to a higher cause. And that cause was, parents, prioritize your kids. Don't neglect them, because look at what it did to me.
He also talks with you about his relationships with women, and there's been much speculation about whether he really liked women, didn't like women, but he brings up many women in these tapes, including his mom. He calls her a saint, but then women that he had in his life. Tatum O'Neal, he says that she was his first girlfriend. He refers to her as magic. He called Princess Diana his tape. And let's listen to what he had to say about Brooke Shields.
And I went to the Academy Awards with Diana Ross, and this girl walks up to me and says, "Hi, I'm Brooke Shields." Then she goes, "Are you going to the after party?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Good, I'll see you at the party." I'm going, "Oh my God!" Does she know she's all over my room? So we get to the after party. She comes up to me, she goes, "Will you dance with me?" I went, "Yes, I would dance with you." Man, we exchanged numbers, and I was up all night singing, spinning around in my room, so happy, you know.
So for all those rumors about his sexual orientation, what do you make of his comments about people like Brooke?
Michael always expressed attraction to women in my presence. I think that he always was drawn to women, and he respected women, but he was also suspicious of women. And the reason is, and he says this in the book, and again it's devastating to listen to, from the age of 5 he was performing in concert halls, many of which were striptease clubs. So he began to associate adult sexuality with prurience. He began to associate women with using their sexuality to gain control over men and get something from them. So he was drawn to women, but at the same time he was very suspicious of them. And virtually every time he brings up women, there's always this prurient sexual, I mean, Michael was romantic, you could hear it right there, but he didn't want it to become something prurient. And I think he always reached back into this childhood that had eluded him because he was looking for this innocence. He was robbed of it at such an early age. And we parents who let our kids watch almost anything on television, not understanding the toxic nature of these images. Michael again was saying this because he didn't want children to experience the same destructive influences.
But he also wasn't afraid to, if he had a problem with somebody, talk about it, because he talks about Madonna, and she doesn't fare quite so well in the tapes. Let's listen to this.
They admire you and know you're wonderful and great, but they're jealous because they wish they were in your place. Wish they were in your shoes. And M is one of them. Madonna. I hate to say it out. She's not a nice. She hasn't been kind.
She's jealousy. She's jealous.
Absolutely.
At the end, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, to be fair to Michael, Michael was not a gossip, and he didn't like speaking negatively about people, and you see the way he even hesitates there. The thing about Madonna was that this was through this stage in her life where she really was out there sexually, and Michael, I think, found that undermined her as a woman. He wanted to be around ladies, and they started dating, and he said it wasn't because they're publicists, it wasn't just to gain, tabloid fodder. This was, they were trying to create a relationship, and he felt that she was undermining romance by becoming too sexually aggressive. But he also said, to be fair to Madonna, that when she became a mother, he said that would change her. Her responsibility of parenthood would bring out a more nurturing quality.
There is so much more I'd love to talk to you about, but we are out of time on this broadcast. I appreciate, Rabbi, you being with us.
I really hope when people hear Michael's voice, Meredith, that they will just judge him more charitably and understand the pain that he lived through.
Rabbi Shmuley, thank you so much.
Meredith.
Rabbi Shmuley Boteach. And you can hear more of the Michael Jackson tapes, and there is much more tonight on Dateline at 9, 8 Central Time, right here on NBC.